Muscle loss after 50 has been falsely labeled as a natural part of aging. Many people reach their 50s and 60s and begin to accept weakness, fatigue, and shrinking strength as normal. But the truth is this: muscle loss is not a result of age, it's a result of neglect. The human body is designed to stay strong, mobile, and powerful for decades, but only if we continue to use and fuel it properly. When we stop giving our muscles what they need, protein, movement, and recovery, they begin to break down. That is not aging. That is simply the body responding to long-term inactivity and poor nutrition. Think about it. When we were young, we moved more. We played, we worked, we lifted, climbed, carried, and pushed. Physical activity was a natural part of life, but as people grow older, they slowly fall into a sedentary lifestyle. Chairs replace long walks. Elevators replace stairs. Processed foods replace real meals. Comfort replaces challenge. The body adapts to this lack of demand by trimming away the muscle it no longer uses, because muscle is expensive for the body to maintain. If you don't use it, your body simply gets rid of it. That's not age, that's disuse. Doctors even have a medical name for this problem: sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle and strength. It begins as early as age 30 but speeds up after 50, not because the body suddenly breaks, but because most people stop giving their muscles a reason to stay. Research shows that even men and women in their 80s and 90s can build new muscle with resistance training and proper nutrition. If muscle can return at 90, why do so many people lose it at 55? The answer is simple: they stop trying. Another reason for muscle loss is a quiet but dangerous mistake: not eating enough protein. Most seniors unknowingly starve their muscles. They eat tea and biscuits for breakfast, rice or bread for lunch, and something light for dinner. That might fill the stomach, but it does nothing to feed the muscles. After age 50, your body actually needs more protein, not less, because it doesn't absorb and use protein as efficiently as it once did. Without enough high-quality protein found in foods like beef, lamb, eggs, fish, chicken, and dairy, the body enters a state of muscle breakdown. Over time, strength declines. Walking becomes harder. Balance fades. Falls increase. Independence slips away, not because of aging, but because of nutrition neglect. The final piece is resistance training. Muscle does not grow by accident. It grows in response to challenge. If you avoid lifting, pushing, pulling, and moving your own body weight, your muscles have no reason to stay strong. Yet even small amounts of daily strength training like squats, wall push-ups, or lifting simple weights can trigger muscle growth. So let's be clear: muscle loss is not written in your DNA. It is not an unavoidable curse of aging. It is a choice, a result of lifestyle. And that means you can choose to reverse it. You can build strength at any age. You can rebuild muscle with the right nutrition and consistent movement. Weakness is not destiny. Strength is still an option. The only question is, will you start today or keep waiting for tomorrow? Protein is not just a nutrient after 60. It is survival fuel. It is the difference between being independent or needing help for basic tasks. It is what keeps your body strong, your energy stable, and your immune system alive. Without enough protein, your muscles fade, your bones weaken, your metabolism slows, and your body begins to fall apart from the inside. That is why I call protein your life insurance after 60. Eat enough of it and your body will protect you. Ignore it and life slowly becomes smaller, weaker, and more painful. Most people over 60 are dangerously undereating protein without even realizing. Breakfast is often toast, cereal or tea with biscuits, zero protein. Lunch might be rice and vegetables, again very low in protein. Dinner is usually light, maybe soup or bread. Day after day, the body is starved of muscle-building fuel. This is why so many seniors complain about weakness, low energy, joint pain, poor recovery, and slow healing. These are not signs of aging. They are signs of protein deficiency. Protein is the building block of life. Your muscles, bones, skin, hair, nails, hormones, and enzymes are all made from it. When you don't eat enough protein, your body is forced to break down your own muscles to survive. Over time, this leads to sarcopenia, severe muscle loss, and once muscle loss starts, everything gets worse. Blood sugar rises, weight gain increases, fat replaces muscle, balance becomes unstable, leading to falls. Wounds take longer to heal. The immune system weakens and infections linger. Independence fades away. Now, here's the good news. Your body can rebuild even after 60, 70, or 80, but only if you feed it right. Studies show that seniors need more protein than younger people, not less. While most people think 30, 40 grams a day is enough, the truth is that people over 60 should aim for 94 and 20 grams of protein per day, split into 2-3 meals. This is not bodybuilder advice. This is muscle survival advice. And before you think that high protein is dangerous, let me be clear. Real food protein from meat, eggs, fish, and dairy does not harm healthy kidneys. In fact, it protects against frailty, bone loss, anemia, and cognitive decline. Kidney problems come from uncontrolled diabetes, high blood sugar, and processed foods, not from eating eggs or chicken. Doctors who still fear protein are stuck in outdated science. So what should seniors eat? Simple, real protein from real food. Eggs, beef, lamb, chicken, fish, goat, liver, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, and even lentils and peanuts for vegetarians. These foods rebuild muscle tissue, strengthen bones, and keep your metabolism fired up. If you add resistance exercise like squats, push-ups on the wall, or dumbbell curls, you can rebuild lost muscle in just weeks. Protein is not optional. It is not a trend. It is the foundation of strength, independence, and healthy aging. If you want to walk without pain, climb stairs without fear, and stay active and capable for decades, then make this your rule: protein first at every meal. Your future self is depending on you today. Eggs are one of the most powerful natural foods on earth. Rich in high-quality protein, healthy fats, choline for brain health, and essential vitamins, they are a muscle-friendly food that has been trusted for generations. But here's the surprising truth. There is a food that builds muscle even better than eggs, especially for people over 50 who are fighting muscle loss and weakness. That food is red meat, specifically beef or lamb from real whole sources.
But before you jump to conclusions, let's get one thing clear. This isn't about insulting eggs. Eggs are fantastic and should be part of your diet, but when it comes to reversing sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, and rebuilding strength fast, red meat has a nutritional edge that eggs simply can't match.
Eggs provide excellent protein and essential amino acids, but they lack creatine, heme iron, carnosine, and powerful B vitamins in muscle-building amounts. These nutrients are found naturally and abundantly in beef and lamb. They are the exact tools your body needs for muscle repair, strength, and energy production as you age. Here's why beef and lamb outperform eggs for muscle building, especially in seniors. First, red meat is naturally rich in creatine, a compound that sends power to your muscles. Creatine increases strength, energy, and muscle recovery. Many athletes take creatine supplements, but seniors don't need to. That's what beef and lamb already provide. Creatine boosts muscle response to resistance training, which is key for older adults trying to regain lost muscle. Second, beef and lamb contain heme iron, the most absorbable form of iron that prevents fatigue and weakness. Iron deficiency is common in older adults, and it leads to low energy, slow recovery, and reduced stamina. Eggs have iron too, but not in a form your body absorbs well. That's why beef gives you more usable energy per bite. Third, red meat is loaded with vitamin B12, which is critical for nerve function, muscle strength, and brain health. Low B12 causes weakness, numbness, memory issues, and fatigue, and it affects millions of people over 60. Eggs contain B12, but not nearly as much as beef, lamb, or organ meats. Without enough B12, your muscles simply cannot fire properly. Fourth, beef contains carnosine, a powerful molecule that protects your muscles from aging, inflammation, and breakdown. Eggs don't provide carnosine in functional amounts. Carnosine improves muscle endurance and prevents stiffness, something every senior needs. Finally, red meat has the ideal amino acid profile for muscle repair. Yes, eggs have complete protein, but beef provides a higher volume of essential amino acids per serving, especially leucine, the amino acid responsible for triggering muscle growth. That makes beef the heavyweight champion of muscle-building foods. Some people avoid beef because they think it's harmful, but modern science has made it clear. Lean red meat in moderation does not cause heart disease or other health problems. What causes inflammation and disease are processed foods, seed oils, sugar, and lack of movement, not natural nutrient-rich foods like beef, lamb, or goat. For those who cannot eat beef for cultural, religious, or budget reasons, the alternatives are just as powerful. Lamb, goat meat, liver, heart, and sardines are equally effective in boosting muscle growth. These traditional foods are rich in protein and nutrients and have been keeping humans strong for centuries. If you want to fight muscle loss, regain strength, balance, and confidence, then base your meals around real muscle-building food. Eggs are good, but beef and lamb are better for rebuilding muscle fast. Combine them with resistance training, and you have a formula that can restore your body even in your 50s, 60s, or 70s. The journey to strength begins with what you put on your plate. Creatine and amino acids are a powerful combination for muscle growth, and together they act like rocket fuel for your body, especially after the age of 50. Many seniors struggle with slow recovery, constant fatigue, and stubborn muscle loss, even when they start eating better and doing some exercises. The reason is simple. Their body is missing two of the most important building blocks of strength, amino acids and creatine. These two nutrients work together to rebuild muscles faster, boost energy, improve strength, and restore physical performance. Think of them as a repair team for your body. Amino acids build the structure and creatine powers the rebuild. Amino acids come from protein. They are the tiny molecules that your muscles are made of. Every time you lift something, walk up the stairs, or exercise, your muscles get microscopic tears. That's normal. It's how muscles grow. But without amino acids, those tiny tears never get repaired, and your muscles actually get weaker over time. That's why protein is essential, but not just any protein. The body needs essential amino acids, especially leucine, isoleucine, and valine, which are found in animal proteins like beef, lamb, eggs, fish, and chicken. These specific amino acids trigger muscle protein synthesis, the process that builds and repairs muscle fibers. But here's the problem. After age 50, the body doesn't respond to protein the same way. It becomes less efficient at absorbing and using amino acids. Scientists call this anabolic resistance. So even if you eat some protein, your muscles don't fully respond. This is where creatine becomes a game changer. Creatine is a natural compound stored in your muscles that gives them quick energy. It helps generate ATP, which is like a fuel battery for your cells. Without creatine, your muscles run out of energy quickly and recovery takes longer. This explains why many older adults feel exhausted even after light exercise or daily chores. Their muscles simply don't have enough creatine to perform and recover. But when you combine creatine, amino acids, everything changes. Amino acids repair the muscle while creatine powers movement and recovery. Together, they wake up dormant muscle fibers, increase muscle size and strength, and give you more endurance. This combination improves balance, stability, and mobility, which means fewer falls and more independence as you age. Real foods rich in both amino acids and creatine include beef, lamb, goat meat, liver, and sardines. These foods are perfect for rebuilding aging muscles naturally. While creatine supplements are useful and safe for adults, even seniors, many people don't need them if they eat these powerful traditional foods regularly. Many seniors worry about fatigue, weakness, and low energy. They think their body is slowing down because of age, but the truth is their muscles are starving for amino acids and creatine. Once you start fueling your body correctly and adding light strength training, the results are dramatic and fast. You can regain lost muscle, feel stronger, and restore your confidence in movement. If you want faster recovery, more energy, and visible strength gains, make this rule: eat high-protein meals and include creatine-rich foods every day. Your body will thank you and your strength will return. Resistance training is not a hobby, a fitness trend, or something only young people do. It is a requirement for staying alive, strong, and independent after the age of 50. You can eat the best diet in the world, take the best supplements, and sleep 8 hours a night, but if you don't challenge your muscles regularly, you will lose them. And when you lose muscle, you lose strength. When you lose strength, you lose balance. And when you lose balance, you lose independence. That is why resistance training is not optional. It is mandatory for healthy aging. Many people believe walking is enough to stay strong. Walking is good. It keeps your heart active and improves circulation, but it does not build muscle. It does not prevent muscle loss, and it does not stimulate bone strength. If walking was enough, seniors wouldn't end up weak, frail, and dependent. The truth is, walking maintains health, but only resistance training builds strength. So what is resistance training? It simply means using your muscles against resistance. That resistance can be your own body weight, dumbbells, resistance bands, or even a heavy bag of rice or water bottles. The point is your muscles must be challenged. When your muscles feel resistance, they adapt. They grow stronger. And the beauty is you don't need a gym, fancy machines, or a personal trainer. You only need a commitment to move daily with intention. Most people think they're too old to start building muscle. That is completely false. Science has proven that even men and women in their 70s, 80s, and 90s can build new muscle with simple resistance exercises. Your body never stops responding to strength training. The problem isn't age, the problem is inactivity. Resistance training does more than build muscle. It protects your bones from osteoporosis by increasing bone density. It improves your posture, keeping your spine straight and your joints aligned. It improves brain function by increasing blood flow to the brain and boosting focus and memory. It speeds up metabolism, making fat loss easier and preventing diabetes. It boosts testosterone in men and growth hormone in women, both essential for muscle maintenance and vitality. For people with arthritis, it reduces joint pain. For diabetics, it improves blood sugar control. For heart patients, it lowers blood pressure and inflammation. In other words, resistance training is medicine. So how do you get started? Begin simple, no excuses about age, pain, or equipment. Here's a routine anyone can do. Sit to stand from a chair. 10 repetitions. Wall push-ups. 10 repetitions. Water bottle rows. 10 repetitions per arm. That calf raises. 15 repetitions. Glute bridge. 10 repetitions. Do this routine every day or at least 4 times a week. It takes less than 10 minutes, but the results are powerful. Within a few weeks, everyday tasks like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, and getting out of a chair become easier. Your body starts to feel alive again. Muscle is the engine of your body, and engines only work when they are used. You don't stop training because you get old. You get old because you stop training. Pick up that weight. Use your body. Fight for your strength because your independence depends on it. After the age of 60, muscle is no longer about fitness or looking good. It becomes about survival. It becomes the difference between living with strength and dignity. We're slowly losing independence and control over your life. Muscle is not just a part of your body. It is your armor. It protects your bones, supports your joints, fuels your energy, controls your blood sugar, and keeps your heart and brain alive. Without enough muscle, the entire body begins to collapse. The biggest mistake people over 60 make is assuming muscle loss is just aging. That is false. Muscle loss is not a disease of age. It is a disease of disuse. When you stop challenging your muscles and stop feeding them enough protein, they begin to vanish. This doesn't happen overnight. It starts silently. First, you feel a bit tired climbing stairs. Then carrying groceries feels harder.